All right. So it has come to my attention that because of my stance on certain things or certain elements, not even certain elements, just my stance, period, on a boxer was looking at me. But no, it's come to my attention that because of my stance on certain things that I need to address something. Because I'm seeing people that are on my side in the wrong way that I don't approve. And I see people who are confused as to what do I mean. So again, I've made a couple videos regarding the LGBT community, and I don't take nothing that I said in those videos back because I said it without malice or without ill intent. You have to understand who you're talking to, right? I mean, that's rule number 14. Understand, know who you're dealing with. So I'm a person, oh shoot. I'm a person that stands on the original formula of life, right? The original formula was uncut, it was pure. And I hate to put it like that. Well, actually I don't, but I know what it sounds like, but since the beginning of time, the formula has always been man plus woman equals life. And that formula is what I represent, and that's the formula that I guess you would say, aim to preserve in society. But let me say this for the record. Regardless of how I may feel about the lifestyle that is the LGBT community, the lifestyle that they live, or the life they live in general, I don't hate you guys. I'm gonna say that again. I don't hate you in the manner that you think. Again, so see, when you've heard this from other people, they meant it in a different way than I mean it. Because I study, first off, I, go in history and I learn about the origin of words, and I learn about, the original definition that they went by and what they meant by, and that's kind of how I speak sometimes. So it's words that, people might say that you might take differently, but they mean something else. Like, for example, some people may say Desiree, some people may desire. Some people may say desire. If you write that out on the board, it's spelled exactly the same. But they got some people in this world that don't understand the difference between there, and there. So, I get it. But the point is, when you look at the foundation of love and hate, right? The very foundation that makes those words exist, the foundation that those words and those emotions sit on, is acceptance and rejection. When you look at it from like that, and this is the only way that I view it actually, there are things in this world, from certain foods, certain lifestyles, certain walks of life, certain paths, I should say, that we shouldn't take because they're not healthy for us, they're not good for us. They're not good for I guess you would put the human race, if you want to put it like that. They've never been healthy for us. That's the reason why I say it's certain foods that we shouldn't eat. It's the reason that it's certain people that we shouldn't be around. It's certain drinks, certain liquids that we shouldn't drink. It's certain things that we shouldn't do if we intend for life to keep going the way that it needs to. But the thing is, I understand that there is the truth, and then there's the truth that people make for themselves. And this is where I guess there's the dividing line here. Because when people say your truth, and I've said this many times before, it implies that the truth is always on your side. First off, the truth is never on your side. That's not how it works. The truth, either you stand next to it, or you choose not to and you stand next to the lie. Sorry, it's little stuff falling off the trees. But you decide what it is that you want to stand next to. Every morning you wake up, from the first step you take it, on that day to the last step you take, you decide which side you want to stand on. And you have people that try to change the narrative to fit them. I don't do that. I don't change the narrative to fit me. I can admit when I'm wrong. I can admit when I did something wrong or whatever like that. Because the truth isn't a weapon to use against somebody. It's supposed to be a tool to help us understand where we are wrong and to build on that newfound knowledge and to better ourselves. We know that two men together don't create new life. We know for a fact that two women together don't create new life. Matter of fact, it's people that claim that they're allies of the LGBT community that know this for a fact. I'm gonna give you a real story. I was working at Home Depot back in, this was like 2016, 2017. I left at like 2017, so it probably happened that year, but it was around 2016, 2017. And there was this girl I was friends with when I was working there. I won't say her real name, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna just call her Ashley. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. She was the Latino chick, real beautiful girl that was working there. She had braces, long flowing blonde hair, and I think she had like greenish blue eyes. I don't know, but she was real beautiful. I wonder what happened to her. I don't know where she went, but regardless of the fact, we were sitting in the break room one day, and she shows me a picture of this girl on her phone. Now, obviously, I could tell it's a dude because of the contours of the face, and you could tell that it was some work done there. But I didn't say nothing at first. I was like, so what about the picture? Like, what about that person? Well, she was telling me that it was her male friend who went and got surgery done. And then she proceeded to tell me about this party that they all went to, right? So, the dude who's a woman now, a fake woman, a trans woman. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's just that, yeah. But anyway, so they all went to a party, and of course, there was a group of guys looking at him. And of course, they were talking amongst themselves, apparently, about, how they felt about, old dude. Now, excuse me. With a little boy walking, but yeah. So they're at the party, right? Of course, everybody's drinking, having fun. So apparently, there's like a group of 3 guys over there, and they're looking at him. And they're looking at him. Of course, they see a woman. They don't realize that this is a man. And the whole time this is going on, she tells me that her and her other friends over there were laughing. Mind you, prior to this, I did kind of mention, when she mentioned to me that, it was a dude and that he went and got surgery to try to become a woman, I said, that's kind of messed up, man. He over there trying to trick people. She got mad at me a little bit, like she kind of got taken back by it. Then she proceeded to tell me the story about the party. And then it gets to the point where she was telling me about the dudes who was looking at, her friend. And she was telling me, well, they were all staring at her, talking about they wanted to go talk to him, but they don't know that this is, and when we were all sitting over there laughing, I'm like, so wait a minute. It's wrong for me to sit there and say that this dude is trying to trick people, but here you go telling me that you're laughing at the fact that these dudes over here getting ready to talk to your friend thinking that this is a woman. My thing is, what's the joke? Clearly, what the hell is funny. But when I point it out, I'm the bad guy, but you know it, and it's like, you're just going to sit there and let it happen. It's people in this world who have killed themselves because of shit like that. It's people in this world that have killed other people because of shit like that. I've seen, hold on, let me cross the street. I have seen articles and videos of transgenders openly saying that they don't have to tell the person that they are with that they were what they were naturally born as. That is trickery 101. Because some of them know for a fact that, but some of them know for a fact that it's some, it's dudes out there that do not want to be with a man because they're not gay. And it's women out there who don't want to be with a woman because they're not gay. But when you do shit like that, it's like you're forcing that shit on them. And then when they realize what the hell y'all did, they go crazy because it's like, what the hell you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? You just traumatized the fuck out of this person. Nobody wants to think about that, and they don't talk about that type of shit. But the point I'm trying to make is the allies of the LGBT community, they know that these are men and women. They know what the joke is. They know the truth. The reason why people have a fear of talking about anything regarding, especially transgenders, especially when it comes to the LGBT community, is because one, the suicide rate in that community is very high. And it's sad to say that. But remember when I made that mention, it was a couple videos ago, where I said that the illusion is like a fragile wall. It's like a fragile wall. And all it takes is the truth the size of a needle to just make that entire wall crumble. And the moment they have to see the reality that's around them, they don't want to accept it, and it drives them crazy. And certain people don't want to have to deal with that, because what if these people kill themselves? Look, pretty much you're responsible for that. I mean, you can't be responsible for somebody deciding they want to take their own life, but at the same time, you're a catalyst for it. But they don't approach them situations the way they should be. Either they approach it in a very hateful manner, using religion as a weapon, or they try to beat them with the Bible, or they just try to demonize them, and you know what I'm saying? They don't view them as people who have a mental disability, which it actually is, regardless if they want to admit to it or not. It's a case of identity crisis. When you have men out here thinking that they're women just because they have an emotional attachment to it, and vice versa with the women thinking that they're men just because they have an emotional attachment to it, it creates this illusion that you can be whatever you want to be just as long as you think it. And to an extent that is true, but when you start to believe your own lie, and then you push that lie on other people to believe, even though if you say you're not doing it, you're doing it. Because you walk around, and if somebody sees a woman, right, and we all know that that's a man that's dressed as a woman. If I call that pseudo woman a man, it's going to be a group of people that's going to try to cancel me and get me the fuck out of here. Because they said I'm being rude, I'm being disrespectful. When really you're catering to a lie. And you don't want, for whatever reason, you just don't want, you know what I'm saying? And I don't see how you have women defending that, especially black women. I don't see how you have black women sitting there defending those type of actions, when everything that they do, as far as the men go in that community, is pretty much a typical mockery of what they feel the black woman acts like. From the way that they dress, to the mannerisms, to the personality, everything that they do is a mockery of the black woman. I'm not even making this shit up. You go to a gay man right now, he's gonna do all that shenanigans shit that, that they known for. Even Latino gay men, Mexican gay men, like no matter what, it's a mockery. Same thing with the dudes that act like women, same thing with the women that act like dudes. It's always like, it's a very backwards community. But I say all of that, and I'm gonna end it with this. Even though I feel the way I feel about the LGBT community, one thing you will never see me do, right, is just be blatantly disrespectful to y'all. Because like I said, I understand that it's a mental condition. I understand that it's a mental struggle for y'all. But if we come into the table for of some type of debate as to the right way to live and the wrong way to live, obviously I'm gonna be on the side of the right way to live, regardless of what y'all think or whatever. You know what side I'm standing on. But it's never gonna go beyond that debate as far as like, I will sit down and eat with you, even if you don't feel the same way. I'm more than open to sitting down and eat with you. We don't even have to talk about that type of subject. We can talk about anime, fucking video games, movies, whatever the fuck. I'm not gonna sit there and allow anybody to sit there and beat you up, be it verbally or physically, especially. And I've defended enough, gay people on that level as it is. When I was working at Home Depot, Big Lots, like my personal history, that speaks for itself. Even if it wasn't caught on camera, fuck it, I know what I've done. But because at the end of the day, that's not what this is for. We don't have these discussions so you can get mad and get in your emotions and try to fight some damn body. You know what I'm saying? And and this is with me being the one that said that the that the gay community is really an anti-black group, or rather it's being used as an anti-black group. Because society has literally given you laws to protect being homosexual, but they won't do the same for us, and we've been here longer than y'all. You feel me? And instead of giving us the laws that we need in order to make these fucking racist-ass white folks and fucking racist-ass police officers pay for their fucking racial fucking crimes, these hate crimes, they have a lynch bill sitting in the office right now, and they have what's called the George Floyd bill, which, that's up there in office right now. Instead of passing those two bills, they decided to sign a bill that makes a holiday that, as black folks, we've been celebrating long before y'all even knew the shit existed, because y'all don't read history. I'm talking to white America. Y'all don't, there's some black folks that's in there too, but, y'all didn't know that this shit existed. Because y'all not aware. Y'all don't read up on y'all history. Y'all run from American history because it's riddled with a bunch of shit that y'all got to be accountable for. And if it ain't directly you, it's your grandparents, it's your great-grandparents, it's in your lineage, and you're benefiting off of the bullshit that they did to us. So yes, you are responsible, especially when you don't want to even speak on it, let alone actually do anything about it. So it's an issue with that. But regardless, instead of signing into law the two bills that, the lynching bill and the George Floyd bill, just those two alone, instead you decide to make Juneteenth a national holiday. First off, we don't need Juneteenth to be a national holiday, because there's going to be a bunch of corporations that's just going to try to monetize off of a celebration that's supposed to be about us being free officially. Because Emancipation Proclamation didn't do shit for us. Slavery was still going on for exactly 2 years, 7 months, and 19 days after that bill was signed. They never tried to, and that it took Union generals going across the nation to officially call an end to that. So you got to think, after the supposedly the first president, Honest Abe, signed a piece of paper that said that all men are created equal, slaves are free, yada yada yada, all that good shit, right? We still in shackles over here wondering why, well, we've been free, how come Master didn't free us yet? You know what I'm saying? And it's really a headache that, the gay community gets 3 fucking laws, actually more than that, but we're just gonna stick to the original, the 3. Y'all got bathroom laws changed for transgenders. Y'all got fucking the Supreme Court to say that y'all can get married anywhere that y'all want to, and it got, they made it a crime for people not to do that shit. And then on top of that, they got rid of don't ask, don't tell in the military. So y'all literally got 3 things from the Obama administration, from a black man, and we didn't get shit. We didn't get shit. So how you think we feel? And none of y'all speak on this shit. None of y'all speak on it. Not one of y'all. Not one of y'all in the gay community speak about this shit. It's like they're using y'all, the modern day feminist community, the AAPI, all of you guys y'all don't speak on this type of shit. Y'all generalize it anytime somebody brings it to your attention, but y'all don't speak about it directly. So when I say that I feel like these groups are anti-black groups, they're being used as anti-black groups, that's true as hell. Because y'all get, America uses y'all to try to overshadow what they did to us. Because since the gay community is such a mixed community, they feel like if they help y'all, they helped us. When they didn't help us directly because they don't give a fuck to do it. They had so many centuries to do that shit and they still ain't did it. You know, but we help the gay community, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like helping your people. No, it's not helping us. Well, how about this? We get your Juneteenth as a national holiday. How about that? Bitch, we don't give a fuck. We was doing barbecues about that shit and celebrating, you know what I'm saying, our ancestors' freedom long before you even recognized it as a holiday to begin with. And then on top of that, the month that we're supposed to celebrate that shit, June 19th, you make it the month for the gay community. Celebrate Pride, and that overshadows everything. You know what I'm saying? Especially one day. Well, I mean, we celebrate it throughout the fucking year that we free, but at the same time, the one day that we officially recognize as being free in this goddamn fucking piece of shit country, and it is a piece of shit, don't at me. Y'all can't even take care of the people that actually fought for this goddamn country. Y'all barely got money for them, but that's another story for another time. Yeah, it's fucked up. And then, prior to that, they decided, hey, we're going to give you black people 1 month to celebrate all your history. And what month is it? The shortest fucking month of the damn year. As if we needed your approval any fucking way. But just the fact that you decided y'all going to give us something that we really don't fucking need or even care about, and y'all do it in the most insulting way possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to understand where the fuck a black man is coming from. Y'all got to understand this shit. But even with that being said, like, I understand that a lot of y'all aren't hateful people. Shit, some of y'all ain't even a threat, or y'all don't cause no harm. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I feel, you know what I'm saying, I ain't got no problem with y'all as individuals, but as a community, y'all don't do for us what we are willing to do for y'all. Y'all just don't. You feel me? And it shows. You know, but it's ridiculous though. But I don't hate y'all like that. Like I said, I stand on the formula that is man plus woman equals life, and that life is what I stand on. That's the foundation of my being. That's the foundation of all our beings, and I don't turn on that. And because I decide to stand with the truth, naturally I'm going to have enemies in the sense that you living in a way that goes against that. I don't hate y'all though. Like I would never put my hands on y'all or try to kill y'all or any of that dumb shit. And if anything, I would defend anybody that tries to approach y'all in that manner. But we really need to understand that there's some bullshit in this country, and y'all are being used as a teasing tool to black folks. And we don't like that shit. Regardless if there's black people out there that's trying to, like, you know, regardless if it's black folks out there trying to, you know what I'm saying, make peace with the gay community or be allies of the gay community, bruh, they're severely ignoring all the stuff that I just mentioned. I mean, severely ignoring it. You got black people out there that are in the gay community that associates with the gay community before they associate with the fact that they're black. And that's some crazy shit right there. You know, ultimately, how do you hate what you were before you became this? How do you love more being gay than you do being black? I don't understand that shit. I mean, I can, but, you know, how though? It's just one of the weird things that, bruh, we gotta we really got to stop lying to ourselves, bro. Like, we got to stop lying to ourselves. We got to stop creating these narratives to try to fit the truth to fit our narrative. Like, we got to stop that shit. We really got to get back into the point in the spirit of, do you love somebody for real? People say love is love, but even though I understand the context in which they say it, do you really understand what love is? Do you love somebody enough to tell them that they're living wrong? Or do you love them and to actually explain to them without bashing them over the head on top of that? Do you just love them to passively accept the wrong way of living that they're doing, and you just don't say nothing? And when shit hits the fan, you just get your hands up, oh my God, I don't know how did things get this bad, because y'all don't, the same way that we look at our ancestors that didn't fight to free themselves from slavery is the same way people are going to look at us, years and years and years from now, when they realize that because of the side effect of the gay community is that no new life is being born from that. So in other words, the population is going to dwindle. Ultimately, that's what can happen. Now, of course, that's not the only contributing factor, but that is a contributing factor as to why that will happen. And that's real shit. Like, and people don't want to, anytime you tell people the truth becomes subjective, variable, or extreme, because they've been living their lives a certain way comfortably in this little bubble of illusion, like I said, and they just don't want people to just, you can't be factual on shit no more. You can't. When the lines of reality, illusion, wrong, right, truth, lie has been blurred so damn much, and a litmus of other things, you know what I mean, mandatory and optional, it's just, the world is fucked up. And we got to understand some of our people are fucked up because the world is fucked up. Because they were taught wrong, traumatic shit happened to them. So we have to know how to approach people, as well as continue to show them love when we're trying to correct them, instead of beating them over the head and trying to demonize them for some shit that, hell, to be honest with you, you probably did that shit to them. I know some uncles out there that done raped nephews and shit, and that done came from jail and raped nephews. Not even without that, they done molested their fucking nephews and their nieces. And their nieces ended up not, some uncles did that shit to their nieces and nephews, some parents and did that shit to their children, you know what I'm saying, some friends and did that shit to their friends, just a little bunch of bullshit. And that traumatizes people to the point where they don't even want to associate with that gender anymore. So it really makes it hard for people to want to be how they should be because they feel turned off by it. That's real shit. But this video already went on 30 minutes, and I don't even like talking this long. It's just, when I have something to talk about, I'm going to talk about it, bro. And this is an open forum. I'm not going to allow, if you comment underneath the comment and somebody tries to come at you sideways because you just happen to be gay or whatever, I'm going to ban those people and leave your comment on there. Because this is an open forum for discussion, for mature discussion. We're not going to come over here and start doing this fucking hateful ass ridicule and shit like that, and trying to make people feel bad in ways outside of just telling the truth, because the truth is always going to make people feel bad, but we're not going to do it in a vicious manner, because I say all this without any type of malicious intent and without any type of hatred. But I do try to have a civil discussion, and until and unless that discussion is civil, I won't entertain it. So I just want people to understand that. So I'm gonna get on out of here, and y'all continue to love yourselves, and don't you know what I'm saying, regardless of what you are, don't let nobody, like, you know what I'm saying, beat you over the head or bully you or whatever the fuck, man. Don't be out there doing that shit, bro. Because if you claim that you're a supporter of mine and you out there doing that, just unsubscribe from me right now. Let me know who you are so I can block you, so you ain't gonna be in my peripherals. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't want people that go out there and beat up folks just for being different associated with me at all. I mean, really, you're not associated with me at all because I don't know you in real life, but to know that, you're a part of this channel, subbing me and supporting me, I'd rather not have your support if that's how you're saying, or if that's how you're gonna be. So that's my take on it. But y'all be good. Remember, be humble in victory, be gracious in defeat, show no mercy in battle. You know what I'm saying? World Warriors Collective. Peace.